Gonna be my last video for today, but how to know God is speaking to you. So 10 years ago, I walked into a city market in Colorado, and I was really at a low point. I had just become homeless, honestly, and I was getting divorced. I had a 2-year-old little girl. I just moved to the area, and some friends of mine that I was staying with told me with 2 days notice that I had nowhere to go. I didn't have a job in the area because I was supposed to be able to get that set up, blah, 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 all the things. And so I ended up getting on food stamps, and I felt really horrible about myself and my life and where I had gotten. And I walked into this city market. It was a Tuesday night, and I remember thinking that God is either speaking to me or he does not see my situation. He's not real. I don't know what to do. I'm going to have to do this on my own. And I remember deciding in my heart, walking into the city market or King Soopers, that God's not real. He doesn't see my situation. I'm just going to close the door to that. And I walked in and I got my grocery shopping done, and I was about to leave, and 9 women walked up to me. And at first I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to talk to you. Leave me alone, whatever. I didn't know what they wanted. I thought they wanted something from me. And I will never forget what she said. But she said, we don't normally do this. And my small group meets on Tuesday night. And we felt led to come to the grocery store tonight. And when you walked by, God highlighted you to us. And we know that we're here to buy your groceries tonight. And I just broke down in tears in the aisle of King Soopers. Again, I just really at that low point, felt shame, felt depression, all of the things. And I let them buy my groceries, and she offered to pray with me, and honestly, I didn't even let her. I just felt so, I felt so many things, humiliation and love, and I was wrestling with this place. It was more love than I had ever received. And I remember getting in my car and thinking, okay, God. Talk about the moment where you're like, God's not real, God's not real. And then he just reveals himself to you, his face. He's like, I'm right here. And I just knew that that's what he was saying to me. He was like, baby girl, I'm right here. I am in your story. I am in the car with you. I'm right next to you. And I surrendered that day. I remember thinking, okay, God, you speak to me. You send people for me. I am going to let you lead me. I'm going to let you guide me and show me what to do. And so I really took this place of humility of okay, hands up. I hate the saying, but Jesus take the wheel. And he really led me stage by stage, moment by moment. And he led me to this really healthy church in Colorado. And for 3 years, I just listened. I just listened to the Lord's voice, and I read my Bible, and I listened to the pastor, and I just absorbed everything. I was like a sponge, because I wanted to know if it was real. I wanted to know what it was like to be a disciple of God, and to know Jesus, and to let him work in your life. I wanted the depth. I wanted it to be real. That's what I wanted when I walked into that grocery store. I wanted it to be real. God, you're real. You have to be real, and you have to be tangible, and you have to be the things that everyone says you are. And so I went on this journey of really testing it out, not testing God, but testing it out for myself. Knowing okay, if God's my provider, then he provides. If God is trustworthy, if he loves me, I really took in these concepts and I applied them to my life, and really wrestled with, are they true or not? Can I put weight? That's what I wanted to know. Can I put weight in this thing that I believe in? Because I didn't want to stay this just superficial Christian that was oh, God loves me, but then I don't live my life as if God loves me. I didn't want to be oh, God provides, this lofty idea. But then when it came down to it, when I needed rent money, when I didn't have it, it's do I believe it then? I wanted to know if I could believe it. And so I put, I let God, I was going to say I put it to the test, but I let God lead me. All I did was I let God reveal these things. The things that I had questions about. God, are you real? Yes. God, do you provide? Wow, yes, you do. God, are you gentle? do you love me? Do you love me here? Do you love me unconditionally? And I was able to like go through those moments and just check the boxes. Wow, God, you are all the things that they say you are, that people say you are. But I had to experience it for myself. I had to know, because again, I had to have something to put that weight in. I needed to trust it. So anyway, if you are in that place of like wrestling or just wondering, like, does God speak to us? Is he real? Is he in my circumstances? Does he care about this? I don't know. If you see this video, I hope that this encourages you and that you know that this is God revealing his face to you and saying, yes, I am so in your circumstances. I love you. I see you. And sometimes we need to be gently walked out of those habits and those circumstances into a better life. So anyway, hopefully that's an encouragement.